Yo, welcome back to the channel, everyone. As you can see, this is a different type of video that I'm going to be making. So I'm making this video because I really want to show how I record my videos with my Elgato and my PS5, and I'm just going to hop straight into it. So these are the main 5 things that I use personally for my setup. You can just read them right here. So for the laptop slash computer, this is pretty much for storage, just for your recordings and everything like that. And let's get into the Elgato. Alright, so before we even hook up the Elgato, there's one thing we got to do in the settings that we got to disable. We got to go to System, we got to go to HDMI, and we got to disable HDCP. And if you don't disable it and you have the Elgato set up, your monitor screen is just going to be all black. So when you disable that setting, we could finally hook up the Elgato. And the first thing I'm pointing at, this is called the HDMI in. This is connected to your console. And the next thing I'm pointing at is the USB-C. This is going to be connected to your computer. And the last thing is the HDMI out, and this is connected to your monitor. Okay, so after you have the Elgato set up, you want to go to the computer that's connected to the Elgato, and you want to go to Google and search up 4K capture utility. You want to go to downloads, and you want to download this right here. And after you get it installed, I'm pretty sure all you got to do is go to settings, you got to go to device, you go to capture device, and you just select the Elgato that you have and click apply. And you should be able to see your screen with your gameplay. And the one thing about 4K capture utility is it's really used just to download the drivers for the Elgato, and no one really uses it to record. What I use to record is OBS, which I'm using right now, which is why you couldn't see the gameplay on the 4K capture utility. And up to this point, the Elgato is only recording straight gameplay, no audio of some sorts. And the next 2 things I'm going to talk about is the things you need to get that audio. So to get that audio, you need a ChatLink Pro and a wired headset. So for some reason, the ChatLink Pro doesn't come with the Elgato. When you buy it, you have to buy it separately, but it looks like this. And on one end, you just connect it to the Elgato, and on the other end, it looks like this, and you connect your wired headset to it. And once you have that connected, you just connect it to your controller, and it's going to look like this. And you're going to need this connected to your controller the whole time if you want to record the audio with your gameplay. But as you can tell, it's going to be very uncomfortable playing with it. Sometimes you're going to disconnect it. Sometimes it just gets annoying when you're playing, but I have a little fix for that. So when I first bought my mic, it came with this thing called a sound card, and all I did was connect it to the back of my PS5, and I got the controller, unplugged it from the ChatLink Pro, and connected the ChatLink Pro and the sound card together. And the only thing that's connected to the ChatLink Pro is just my headset. And it records my audio and lets me play without anything connected to my controller. So if you need a wired headset, I recommend finding one with a sound card for sure. And one thing I forgot to add is when you have your ChatLink Pro connected, you want to go to device, you want to go to audio input, and it's going to be at HDMI. You want to switch that to analog and click apply. And once you do that, you just got to go to sound, and you want to go to output device, and sometimes it's going to be at HDMI. You just want to switch that to USB headset. And yeah, and sometimes like I said, sometimes it's going to get disconnected if you are playing with the ChatLink Pro connected to your controller. And when it does that, it's going to go to HDMI, and to fix that is the same thing. You just go to sound and you go to USB headset. So now the Elgato is 100% being used. There's really nothing else to add to it. You got your gameplay, you got your audio, but the one thing you're missing is your voice. And all you got to do is buy a separate mic and connect it to your computer. And as you can see, I have a mic stand as well, and I could just move it around side to side, up and down, just to my liking. And after this, you pretty much got everything set up. Okay, so this is pretty much what my recording software looks like right now when I do record. Right here, I have my scenes, so in case I need to hide my screen, I can just do that. And I'm showing my computer, what's on my computer right now. And if I hide that, it goes to my PS5, what I have on there. And right here, I have all my audio levels. The mic aux/aux is what I'm using right now to talk. The video capture device, that's my Elgato. And right here, just the simple stuff. Just start recording. Replay buffer is like the same thing as shadow replay on PS5, like recording the last 30 minutes, what I'm using right now. And that's pretty much the whole setup on my recording software. So now I'm just going to go over the list again and just talk about what each thing does. So for the computer/laptop, it basically holds your storage, and you got to use it for your recording software as well. and you have to connect your mic to it too. So that's pretty much the three basic things: just recording software, video storage, and your mic. For the Elgato, it just records straight gameplay when you first get it out the box, but you need to have these two things to get the audio: the Chat Pro and the wired headset. So these three things really go hand in hand with each other. And lastly, the separate mic connected to your computer/laptop, and this is only to record your voice because the Elgato itself does not capture your voice. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I use to record my gameplay. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.